We just had some fleeting visuals of the movement of a vehicle, a convoy, moving in the direction of the residence of Uddhav Thackeray. I believe that was Supriya Sule, the daughter of Sharad Pawar, and I believe Sharad Pawar may have been in that car as well. Again, as I mentioned earlier on, there's been this report on Uddhav Thackeray apparently having COVID. In a situation like this, would there be a face-to-face meeting, or would there be some further clarification that perhaps he's okay and he doesn't have COVID? What we do know is that the governor in all of this of Maharashtra has COVID, is in the hospital. The governor who will have to play most likely a key role in all of this is sick. So this big car has, I think that Supriya Sule in the front seat of that SUV. And perhaps Sharad Pawar, I couldn't make out actually, but perhaps he's in that vehicle as well. Okay, reporters confirming in fact that Sharad Pawar has reached. So this is an all-important meeting, because remember Uddhav Thackeray said that it was Sonia Gandhi and Sharad Pawar who asked him to become Chief Minister in the first place. If you look at the actions of Uddhav Thackeray today, his speech, reaching out to dissident Shiv Seniks, it's all about saving the Shiv Sena and absolutely making it clear that, look, if I have to step down as Chief Minister, I will. Any Shiv Senik who tells me to do that, any dissident leader who tells me to do that, I will do that. So is this a proposal that Sharad Pawar is going to take forward, basically asking him that, look, this is something you've said right now, let's try and save the coalition, for which you need to save the Shiv Sena, for which you need to step down. What is the role or position that Eknath Shinde seeks in all of this? Let's go across to Saurabh Gupta, who's been tracking this. So Saurabh, Supriya Sule and Sharad Pawar over there at the residence of the Chief Minister. What information are you getting on this meeting? I know it's a bit early, but any leads on what this may be all about specifically?
Well, what we're being told is that this is a meeting to discuss what next, because obviously, while it is like Sharad Pawar maintains an internal matter of the Shiv Sena that there is a rebellion, the fact is that the rebellion is also around the fact that the rebels are saying that let's not be in a government with the NCP and the Congress. Now, really, at this point, whatever has to happen, if the government has to survive, the Shiv Sena has to remain united, and if the Shiv Sena is not united, then the government won't survive. So as much as Mr. Pawar might call it an internal matter of the Shiv Sena, it's very much now his problem too, and he'll probably discuss that with Uddhav Thackeray. And Chief Minister's address was really an emotional one, and he started off by saying, many people will make fun of my voice today, that my voice is shaky, that I'm trembling, but I want to inform you that my COVID test returned positive this morning. So he's also COVID positive. He's made that appeal. Remember, he's also has an underlying heart condition. So COVID for him is something that's very, very, not to be taken lightly, as some of us may do. But that is, of course, keeping all of that aside, the fact is that this is an emotional appeal from the Chief Minister as a Shiv Senik to other Shiv Seniks. And also throwing the challenge at Eknath Shinde that with this rebellion, that Eknath Shinde says that let's not be with the NCP, and is probably in talks with the BJP without saying so, because he's in BJP ruled states. The BJP is making arrangements for security and all of that. But at the end of the day, will a Shiv Senik be a Chief Minister if I resign? That's the challenge for Eknath Shinde, and that's something Eknath Shinde cannot do. The BJP will not have any of it. The BJP will want the support of the Shiv Sena for, to come to power in Maharashtra, but they're not going to part with the post of the Chief Minister. If they had to do that, they would have done it with Uddhav Thackeray, who's a much, probably senior leader than Eknath Shinde, though Eknath Shinde now seems to be in control of the Sena. But that is perhaps what is likely to be taking place in these discussions. Yes, Mr. Pawar is a senior politician, but perhaps when it comes to saving your government, really, whether someone is COVID positive or not, it sometimes can take a backseat. This is really matters of state, and obviously Mr. Pawar coming in to meet the Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray while he's COVID positive.